What's up guys, it's Marley, and in today's video we will try to put an end to the discussion of who's better between Markelle Fultz and Lonzo Ball. One of the reasons I really like this discussion is basically because they're both going into the same situation in the NBA. The only thing that's a bit different is that Lonzo's going into the West, which is a bit stronger than the East, but for the most part they're both going into weak teams with next to no strength or skill at their position of point guard. Let's start off with Lonzo's strengths. He's obviously a great passer, he can run the floor and run the fast break very well, and he can shoot the three and get to the rim. He also has a winning mentality and great length for a point guard. He's a solid rebounder, and his vertical jump is near 40 inches. He can also finish comfortably with either hand around the basket. He's an elite defender, and he can swing the ball from one end of the court to the other in one motion. With that being said, he still has a lot of weaknesses. He's a very streaky shooter, and because of his awkward shot mechanics, it makes it difficult for him to consistently score in the mid-range. He also struggles with the pick and roll because he loses the ball in 33% of pick and rolls. Let's have a look at Lonzo's per 40-minute numbers. In 40 minutes, he will get 16.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, 8.7 assists, a block, and 2 steals. He also shoots 41% from 3, and he also shoots 73% from 2, but half of those are just layups and dunks, so that doesn't really count. Now let's take a look at Markelle Fultz's strengths. He has a very mature demeanor and is very mentally tough on the court. He is an elite scorer and one of the most NBA-ready guards in his class. He's a great playmaker, and his defensive potential is amazing because he has a 6'10" wingspan. He can also pull up in the mid-range. He has long arms allowing him to shoot over smaller defenders, and he plays through contact, and he can score comfortably at all 3 levels. He also runs the pick and roll with ease. Markelle does have a couple weaknesses, mainly just slacking off a bit on defense, and he could work on his decision making, and he's not always aware, but that's about it. If we take a look at Markelle's per 40-minute numbers, he puts up 26 points, 6.5 assists, 6.5 rebounds, 1.7 steals, and 1.3 blocks. He also shoots about 42% from 3 and 50% from 2. I think at the moment the draft experts got this correct. Markelle Fultz is just a very elite scorer on all 3 levels, mid-range, up close, and 3-point. He averaged like 23 points last season in college, which is just great. And it's not like Lonzo Ball's off on his own island for passing, because Markelle still averaged like 6 assists a game, which is still great. So I think at the moment Markelle probably is the better player, but it could still swing either way. One of the crazy things about Markelle Fultz as well is he has next to no weaknesses, because one of his main weaknesses was just defense, but I think in my opinion his potential on defense is actually better than Lonzo's, mainly because he has a 6'10" wingspan, which is crazy. The other one was just he's not always aware at all times, but I think he could improve that pretty quickly. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so we can hit our goal of 50 subscribers by the end of September, and as always, cue that music.